I was born on the 17th of February 1915.
I was born in Portaferry in 1924.
Well, we weren't rich by any means.
Poor. My father died when I was a year and 9 months old.
No, it wasn't very rich, and it wasn't. We were just able to make a decent living in the pub. The class that I was in, half of them came to school on their bare feet. They couldn't afford shoes or socks.
I had always shoes. I was a bit spoiled because my mummy died. That's right.
In the winter time they left home in the morning, it was dark, and by the time they got walked home in the afternoon, it was dark. So it was a very hard life for them. Scallops.
Granny was one for making Irish stew and broth and dumplings.
The same every Friday. Salt fish and white sauce and potatoes.
At Christmas we had a goose always, and we had the broth and the dumplings. And through the week she made rice with currants in it, and it was lovely.
Primary school was just slow going, hard work.
We had a big school, and there was 2 rooms in it. Mrs. Tanner was the principal and Mrs. Noble was the next one. And they were very good, like they weren't really hard on us, you know.
The first teacher I had was a Miss Black. She went off, became a nun, went out as a missionary to Africa. And then the next teacher was Dan McCole, and he was wicked. There's no doubt. He came behind you to correct your exercise book, and he had a bottle of red ink and a pen, and every time he put a stroke like that and a mistake, he took his knuckles and he hit you in the head. You know, if that man today, he would have got jailed.
Oh, chasing and cowboys and Indians.
The playground was down at the bottom of Ann Street, and it was there was very little grass about it, nearly all stones, you know.
Big stones sticking up through it. It was unbelievable.
But we had good fun nevertheless, and the boys played football and we played tig, as they called it.
Football was made of paper, rolls and rolls of paper tied with bits of raffia. One fella, unfortunately, when he was about 8-year-old, he lost his leg. And he was at school with me, but he kept going. What he did was, on the crutch, he threw the crutch down, and there he's hopping on the one leg. It's the same. It was remarkable that he was able to do it.
I wanted to go to sea to be a sailor, but my granny wouldn't let me go. She said there was enough drunken sailors about Portaferry right in the world.
Before the Second World War, it was very hard to find work. People that were working were mostly married women that were working for the Portaferry Electric Light Company owned by Sir Thomas Somerset. That was the only work that there was here, apart from farm labourers.
First job was to Portaferry House, Sir Roland Nugent's, and I milked the cows, and she's laughing, I milked the cows, and we had hens to feed, and made butter and churned, I had to work from Monday till Saturday. I got no day off, and all I had was 10 shillings per week.
50p.
During the war, Strangford Portaferry ferry was cancelled. There was curfew on Strangford Lough.
I remember seeing the planes going up the loch here to Bone Belfast.
We had our tin hats on us. I remember I had mine. And we went to the market house and we did the plotting for the planes coming over. And we went down the street marching. We thought we were great, you know.
At night, complete blackout, no lights of any description. You had to have what they call blackout blinds on your windows. And if you had been caught with striking a match, you'd have been prosecuted.
We went up to the bigger ones went up to the Windmill Hill. I didn't go up, and we were able to see the flashes and all of Belfast.
Some of them one night went up to the Windmill Hill. I'm sure the boys don't know it, but you could show it to them sometimes.
Yes.
And they went up and the planes come over that night and let bombs off. And I think they were frightened then they come home.
Well, we weren't too bad in here in Kirkwell just because we had the farming community here, and you were able to get potatoes and vegetables, and you always, what they call the black market, you always got a lot of bit of eggs or butter or something like that there.
Somebody said to me one day up here, why do you not take sugar? Well, I says when the war was on, Granda couldn't understand why he couldn't get us sugar. And I gave him my sugar. And I went off sugar during the war and I never went back on it.
I was lucky for one, when my mum knew a farmer who didn't like butter. He took nothing, only jam. And she gave him our jam ration and we got the butter.
There was a lot of boats come in, and the boats came in with coal on them and potatoes on them and all sorts of grain.
A steamer coming in with a load of coal, maybe 400 tonne of coal.
And in the winter time, the boats come in with coal and took potatoes and grain away to the Bristol Channel and all around.
1 week it would be Elliott's coal importers, and the next week it would be McMullen's.
And High Street, halfway up, was McMullen's store. And Granny used to send me round there to get maybe a quarter stone of to give to the hens, you know.
She went around there and they got all the crew and the passengers and all over. But that night and the next couple of nights, a lot of the boys from Portaferry went down the boat and raided her, took everything out from that. And I remember the third night we were at it, the police come on the scene and was some of them. And the headings on the Irish News the next morning was the pirates of Strangford Lough. They had taken everything, they had furniture, bedding, money, clothes, everything they could get, they were taken out of that thing.
Does anybody know what a huckster shop was like? Well, it was a house where the kitchen was divided, and the front of the kitchen nearest the front door was converted into a confectionery shop, and they sold sweet, lemonade, pastry, sugar, butter, they sold anything. And in Portaferry in my lifetime there were 17 huckster shops. Now there are 1, 2, 3, super shops.
Like Spar and...
Spar, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the biggest shop?
Lawson's shop.
Right.
That's the Spar now.
And what did they sell?
They sold everything. Everything. And we used to, I remember getting a coat made in it. And they made all sorts of clothes. Altogether different from what it is now. Like, you can't believe it's the same town. It's gone down terrible.
Along this front of the shore, there was 39 shops and businesses. There's 2 in it now.
What I would say, while you're at school, do the best you can, because it'll pay in the long run. We didn't get the education, you see, that you have the chance of getting now.